the Buddha's teaching, the 4 ways of going wrong, cattāro agatiyo, describe the 4 mental biases that cause human beings to lose clarity, fairness, and wisdom. When the mind is pulled by these forces, actions become unwholesome, judgment becomes distorted, and suffering follows, both for oneself and others. The Buddha taught these not as moral labels, but as psychological truths to be recognized and overcome through mindfulness and wisdom. 1. Chandagati, going wrong through desire. This occurs when decisions are driven by liking, attachment, greed, or personal gain. Favoring people we like. Making unfair judgments for profit, pleasure, or advantage. Compromising truth to get what we want in this state. The mind bends reality to serve craving. The Buddha warned that desire blinds discernment. We see what we want to see, not what is true. Even good intentions become corrupted when attachment leads the way. Antidote: contentment, sense restraint, and insight into impermanence. Tvai dosagai, going wrong through anger. Here, actions arise from hatred, resentment, irritation, or revenge. Speaking harshly or acting violently. Rejecting truth because it comes from someone disliked. Punishing unfairly out of emotional reactivity. Anger narrows the mind and fuels harm. The Buddha compared anger to grasping a burning coal, intended for another, but burning oneself first. Antidote: loving kindness, metta, patience, and mindful pause. 3. Mohagati, going wrong through ignorance. This is wrongdoing caused by delusion, confusion, lack of understanding, or careless thinking. Acting without reflection. Believing false views, following habits or social pressure without wisdom. Ignorance is the deepest root of suffering. The Buddha taught that when the mind does not understand reality, impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, and non-self, it repeatedly creates suffering without realizing why. Antidote: study of Dhamma, reflection, and insight meditation, vipassana. 4. Payagati, going wrong through fear. This arises when fear overrides conscience and wisdom, lying or remaining silent to avoid trouble, abandoning what is right to protect status or safety, submitting to injustice out of fear of loss. Fear traps the mind in survival mode. The Buddha taught that fear arises from attachment. When we cling to self, reputation, or possessions, fear governs our choices. Antidote: moral courage, confidence in truth, and inner stability. The Buddha's deeper message. These 4 ways of going wrong are not external enemies, but inner distortions. A person may appear successful, educated, or powerful, yet still act unjustly if the mind is ruled by desire, anger, ignorance, or fear. The Buddha praised those who act without bias, guided by truth instead of preference, compassion instead of anger, wisdom instead of confusion, courage instead of fear. Such a mind is called upright, free, and trustworthy. Freedom from going wrong through mindfulness, ethical conduct, and wisdom. One learns to recognize these states the moment they arise. When seen clearly, they lose their power. In this way, the Buddha taught not blind obedience, but inner mastery, the ability to act rightly even when the mind is tested. Freedom begins the moment we stop letting these 4 forces decide our path.